to give Danny, are you ready for your gift?
Yeah, you're
Are
right.
you ready to judge your gifts?
Before we do that, yes, let's get on to our main thing, the main topic, what everybody's here for. I want to ask you guys, because I don't have a pitch for this. This is not my thing. But I mean, for somebody that's so polarizing, he doesn't have a lot of movies. I mean, what is it, like 12, really? Like 12 actual movies? What are you guys' favorite Zack Snyder movie?
Dawn of the Dead.
The Dawn of the Dead remake from 2004.
I mean, because he's taken George Romero's story that does have a lot of social commentary and says, like, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to tell the story about people. And he does it from a James Gunn script. And it's just fucking great action. I mean, that's what I love about it. It's still just trapped in a ball. We're not going to give you social commentary. We're going to give you action, violence, and internal struggle.
Great cast.
Michael Jordan one.
Yeah,
it's just a video. It's like a music video. He was a music video director before.
Oh boy, that's
he broke into the movie scene. So
I think the most telling thing in his filmography here is the Fountainhead.
The Fountainhead. I don't know what those are. I've still yet to watch Legends of Guardians of the Who.
Yeah,
I've seen it and it's really good, and you can see his Star Wars influence in that.
Oh,
interesting. I hear good things. Well, now you can watch Rebel Moon.
I will say, for me, it's kind of a tie. I will give him props for the Snyder cut of Justice League. It's not terrible. It's way too long.
It improves on the original so much.
It radically improves on the original. Radically improves on it. So I'm probably going to go with that.
Still waiting on that release. Still waiting on that theatrical release for that.
Yeah. I kind of want to go with Man of Steel, which I know is really divisive, but I was thinking about this last night. I feel like the thing about Snyder is he is best when it's very clear he has some sort of oversight, right? So for instance, I think what made 300 good is he wasn't just given complete control, as far as I know. What made Man of Steel good was he wasn't just given complete control. When he's given complete control, Watchmen, Batman v Superman, he just kind of goes up his own ass, and the films just go terribly. So
I was rewatching on TikTok. Somebody for some reason put clips of Zack Snyder's Justice League, definitely his best work. Somebody put the scene where Billy Crudup becomes Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, this is so fucking good. Like, I feel like what I really love about the movie is that it's a whole bunch of scenes that are really good, maybe not stitched together as finely as some other stuff, right? But a lot of that I'm like, I already have Watchmen in my head, so that like my brain's filling in the blanks.
If you take away the comic from Watchmen and you look at how he did the opening and how that song and it tells the story and everything, fucking fantastic. Probably the best part of Watchmen.
Yeah,
he's very good at that. With I mean, like I said, he's a music video director before this. So like,
I think the other thing is he tends to be a little better when it's not derivative of a comic or other media, right? So the thing about Man of Steel is it, like you're saying, it has these moments that are really great and really powerful, but they're often mimicking other stuff. So you can see the influence of like Donner Superman, right? You can see the influence of this or that. Yeah, I don't know, but like 300, I as I said, I think a month ago, I've been trying to rewatch Watchmen, the full like thing where it intercuts the cut.
And the ultimate cut.
I can't get through it. It is just not good.
It's 4.5 hours. It's really fucking long.
You get to watch him work again with Gerard Butler because he voices the main pirate in the Black Raider.
Yeah.
Jeff, did you tell us your favorite?
No, that's by design. I think Man of Steel
is
probably my favorite. I think it's Man of Steel. I've been looking at this list since you put it up, and I was just like, should I go with the Michael Jordan thing I haven't seen just for my love of Michael Jordan? But no, for real, I think it's Man of Steel, and I think it's for the same reasons Josh says, is that he's
that list
controlled.
was arranged by my ranking on Letterboxd. So
it was okay.
Yeah, but
Dawn of the Dead really high.
Wait, yeah. Wait, what was your number one then? It was Justice League.
Well, I don't know. I think they're both 5 stars. So like, I don't know how it. I don't know. It's Batman v Superman and Justice League. His cut of Justice League. They're both.
I do like Batman v Superman just because of what it is, but I don't know if that's
the action. He does create action.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah. I really also like Army of the Dead, and I can't believe that he was able to remove one person and completely insert another one without them ever having to go in. Like, that was just
that was really wild.
Really cool. 300 so cool too, like aesthetically, like it just looks like the comic, like
that's what bothers me.
He is able to just lift pages and bring them to life.
Right. I would. Well, maybe he wouldn't have done a good job with the Spirit because Will Eisner's work is very different.
Yeah,
but he probably would have done better than what Frank Miller did, right?
Oh, yeah.
Before Danny starts,
starts
pitching Zack Snyder films.
Oh yeah,
Let's pitch him our Zack Snyder film.
Here we go.
So we'll go in a round table, and then at the end of it, Danny, you get to pick your favorite. Which one you want to see the most?
So I'm the exec over at Netflix.
Yeah, you're the Netflix. You're playing Netflix exec, Danny, and we are coming to you as 3 different Zack Snyders pitching our Zack Snyder film. So Clay, you want to get started?
Okay. Hold on, let me present.
Oh, fancy!
Yeah, he's gonna show up. The rest of us, I don't have any.
I was just gonna just wing.
Yeah.
Clay brought the razzle dazzle.
Yeah, he always brings the razzle dazzle.
All right, this is my Zack Snyder pitched.
Okay, all right.
It's like the date. It is your birthday.
Go back. What does he do well? And these are movies I own of Zack Snyder's because action is the best thing he does. What he has the most experience making, comic book movies, all of these, and you could argue, good and bad from it, but I still believe if you take all the action scenes from this, they're awesome. What comic needs a dark and gritty director? Care Bears reboot, a Casper prequel, or Richie Rich becomes homeless? Maybe. No, we're gonna go the first one.
Oh,
option one. Hard boiled. He's done Frank Miller before.
That
Jeff
is solid.
Darrow has done. He has done all the artwork for The Matrix. You take this, if you can bring this to life, oh my God, this would be an amazing visual movie. Like, I can't believe that they aren't even talking about this because Hard Boiled is wall-to-wall action and visually stunning.
Okay.
Option 2, Moon Knight. Y'all are going, what the hell? No, the Declan Shelby Warren Ellis run is. The one picture I'm showing here is straight out of an issue where there is barely any dialogue. It is Moon Knight going through a house like in the movie The Raid Redemption and taking out people to get to the big boss. The series has incredible stories where he has to fight a night traveler who's really just a dreamer. This guy who is experimenting on people, he accidentally kills a guy and he's caught in the dream world. So there's a whole episode where Moon Knight has to fight dreams. There's an issue where Moon Knight has to fight ghosts. So he goes to Khonshu and he says, how do I fight a ghost? I can't fight him. And he goes, you're going to need new armor. So he gets this whole new suit to fight these ghosts back to the dead. It's amazing. And finally, the last one, again, Jeff Darrow, because visually, nothing is as stunning as his page work. Shaolin Cowboy is about a Shaolin that's been sent from the temple, but he has he's wanted. There's money on his head, so everybody's coming after him, but he can kick ass. And that's my presentation.
Okay.
I would be interested in seeing a Zack Snyder Western. That'd be interesting.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, and again, a lot of the look of Hard Boiled is kind of a futuristic cyberpunk look. So you could go Western in Shaolin Cowboy or cyberpunk with this. But those are my 3 suggestions just based on what he excels at.
Okay.
So here's what we'll do. We'll go around. So each person will do their pitch, and then we'll do like a quick little 10-minute Q&A, just a free for all. Like we could just ask anybody if you have any questions about Clay's or Josh or mine, Danny, or if we have questions about one another's. And then at the end of that, Danny can finally choose. So great presentation, Clay. Love it. I've written one question down, but I will save it for later. Josh, do you want me to go? Or are you ready to go?
I can go.
Okay.
So in the Discord last night, of course, I joked that I would like to see Zack Snyder's Muppet Babies. But I did actually put thought into this, and I was thinking about the fact that rather than, I think the very solid approach Clay took, which is what is Zack Snyder good at, I was thinking more about the fact that Zack Snyder seems to be really interested in taking kind of classic summer tentpole themes and reinventing them in his style. So he's done superheroes. He's done Star Wars. So my pitch is Zack Snyder's Indiana Jones, right? Taking this kind of like classic pulp flavor of action, set in the 1930s. And I was trying to figure out, like, I think the thing about those, like, if you've ever read original pulp novels and kind of how they got translated by Lucas and Spielberg into indie, is they tend to, you have to be kind of breathless, right? It has to be action to action to action. They take pauses in there, right? There's like storytelling, but you have these big kind of moments. And so I was thinking about, how would Snyder do that? Would he ramp up the action? Would he slow it down? Like, can you imagine like an extended sequence of an Indiana Jones type character slowly running from a giant boulder behind him? I mean, like, how would we get this, So anyway, that's kind of where my mind was at. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly Indiana Jones, but that kind of like 20s, 30s pulp approach, that kind of pulp action. So that's fine.
The Phantom,
right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But not a superhero. I distinctly do not want a costume character. I want a human adventure. Like maybe Zack Snyder's Doc Savage or Zack Snyder's,
who's Tom Holland? What are those video games called? Uncharted. What is it?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Uncharted. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So I also do not have an actual presentation, but I do have a pitch. Zack Snyder over the last few years seems to have picked up a tendency to release a film and then say, wait, I've got something better. It's the same film, but with more film. And then he'll re-release it.
I'm listening.
So I think right now the perfect movie for Zack Snyder is Groundhog's Day, because he gets to do it in the exact same movie, remake the same day in the same movie over and over again.
That's brilliant.
The original Groundhog Day is, of course, we follow weatherman Phil Connors as he goes to Punxsutawney to report about the actual Groundhog Day, and he gets caught in a time loop in which he has to become a better person. And at the end of once he becomes a better person and sleeps with Andy McDowell, he gets out of the time loop.
While they play Hallelujah.
While they play Hallelujah. So yeah, in my pitch would be we replace Bill Murray with Gerard Butler, and instead of like learning to play the piano and like ice sculpt and stuff, because it's Zack Snyder, we can have him solve a murder. Like just over the course, like he just every single day he collects just a little bit more information So it's kind of like a mixture of like Groundhog's Day and maybe like Insomnia, because he's reliving the same day and maybe going crazy or something like that. And so
the closer he gets killed each time.
Yeah, exactly. And then he just comes back and he has to relive the day over and over again. It can be like 72 hours long because, it's Zack Snyder. But that would be my pitch for the Zack Snyder remake. So now we've all gone. Danny, immediate thoughts.
Yes.
I love all the pitches. I think they're all very different. I think they all definitely highlight stuff that I love about the work of Zack Snyder. There might be a few bumps in the road with some of the properties. I'm looking at the Marvel one specifically. Kevin Feige may not want to share his playbook.
But this is what he needs to do. He needs to accept that sometimes movies don't have to lead to a big event. Sometimes movies can be standalone action and fun. Because if you look at movies look at Nobody with Bob Odenkirk, that was an incredible, just kind of dude can kick ass living in this normal world. And then they go, it was so successful, they made a sequel to it.
Right. I was going to say, they're doing a sequel.
So sometimes you can just do a cool action flick and
Josh,
it not lead somewhere like that.
Yeah.
Josh, how do you do a whip in slow motion? That's my question to you.
I think we need to let Zack Snyder figure that out. But I do want to riff off your idea for just a second, which is, can you imagine Zack Snyder presents Gus Van Sant's Psycho, an Alfred Hitchcock movie, and he takes Gus Van Sant and makes it square frame and then black and white again?
I'm listening.
Digging that body up and just doing things with the body like it's the beginning of Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just pitch Zack Snyder's Weekend at Bernie's?
All right. Do you guys have? I know Jeff cast Gerard Butler in the role, which is great. Do you guys have any idea who you'd want in some of your films? Specifically, like the Shaolin. Shaolin Cowboy.
Cowboy. Oh shit.
I think we already have a Moon Knight. I think that's perfect casting. I don't want to mess with that.
But see, that's also the thing with Moon Knight. We could do a prequel to Moon Knight where it doesn't even involve the modern day continuity, and do the who was the guy who played Moon Knight before? Fuck. He was the cult leader in the series, but he said he had previously been Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke. Yeah. You could do a prequel where it's Ethan Hawke's Moon Knight.
Okay.
Because it doesn't have to take place during the time period. It can be out of continuity. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'd say Ethan Hawke in the Moon Knight role.
So my only thing with Shaolin Monk is, when has Zack Snyder ever cast anyone who is not buff? Right? So...
Yeah. But this is Zack Snyder Shaolin Monk, so
yeah,
Shaolin
exactly.
Cowboy.
Shaolin Cowboy. So he gets out midway through.
J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons.
That's interesting. Would he have to pull a nobody casting and get buff?
No. See, that's
buff.
the thing, is
Santa
because
Claus.
the character's a robot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's already jacked as shit.
He is already jacked.
Thanks to Zack Snyder movie, once again, he was working for that. We all know that Commissioner Gordon is notoriously buff.
Yeah.
So he had to work out for the role.
He goes, we're going to need two things, a mustache and
still
a
got
huge
two
body.
guns.
So I would kind of like, for my pitch, I would kind of like Zack Snyder to go back to Billy Crudup, because I feel like he played such a specific type of role in Watchmen that we never really got to see his range. And so I'd like to see him play a kind of like pulpy hero,
We saw some range.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, and there's like a sex scene in every single one of our movies, right? Is that the case?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we're going rated R.
We're going rated
I do
R.
like the idea that Jeff had to make 2 versions of the film. I think that just makes sense especially for Netflix, because then I can not only release it once, then we can release it again, and then maybe one last time
My God.
to keep the subscribers coming.
I
Do
mean,
you guys have
Groundhog Day
Money,
gives you
please.
infinite releases.
that's true. We could turn it into an anime or a TV show.
Wait, so does with Jeff's idea, does Zack Snyder fulfill Netflix's ambition of creating a product that you can turn on and binge watch continuously for an entire year? Like, is that the goal? Like, you just hit start on January 1st and it just runs uninterrupted until New Year's Eve, you know?
I think so.
That's
All
the
right.
pitch. Yeah.
Do
We're
you
gonna get
guys
there.
have any specific songs in mind that we would need to license out?
The Nick Cave collection, just all
Yeah,
Nick Cave.
all Nick Cave
All of
songs.
Nick Cave?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. I think we have Hallelujah on retainer, so we can use it on any of
yeah,
those. We also have Junkie XL comes in he comes along. Because Hans Zimmer is semi-retired.
It's a semi, yeah.
Okay. I guess I will have to make Clay. I think I'm gonna need you to give me the pick. Like, what you think is your best one to put him up against the other two?
J.K. Simmons, Hard Boiled, Cyberpunk.
That's solid.
I just feel like he could pull off the look, the style,
Yeah.
the fighting, the action, and
Can you give us a hard-boiled synopsis for people that are not familiar with it?
to a human and filling his mind with what he thinks reality is. It's almost a Total Recall type story, but with more fun violence.
I was gonna say, you sure you don't want to get Denis Villeneuve for this one instead?
Oh shit! Now come on.
Well, but hang on.
That would be unbelievable.
I will make an argument for Zack Snyder.
It's not Clay's birthday. Hold on. It's not Clay's birthday.
but here's the thing. Until you said it, Clay, I never thought of the fact that Jeff Darrow is the perfect comic artist to be translated by Zack Snyder. Because it's very much, and I don't mean this in a snarky way, it is style over substance. That is all Jeff Darrow. It is style over substance, and that is basically Zack Snyder. So yeah.
And Frank Miller feels very Zack Snyder-y.
Yeah.
I mean, splash pages, unbelievable look.
That is a perfect pick.
Yeah.
So good.
Do you guys have a specific slow motion scene in mind for your film?
Yes. Okay, I do. All right. And I am riffing very much off Indiana Jones. I want to stress, I do not want him remaking Indiana Jones. I just want to kind of pulp.
Yeah, we can't afford John Williams anyways.
Right. Which, again, is why you bring in Hans Zimmer. Because the best part of Man of Steel is Hans Zimmer's John Williams-esque score for that movie. But I would like a slow-mo scene of just Billy Crudup standing in front of the golden idol doing this for 20 minutes.
To what Nick Cave song?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me think about that.
Okay.
Beginning of the book, here's your character intro. He's just obviously beaten to hell and on fire. Slow-mo as a car hits him and drives him through a wall into a crowd of people.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I like that. That.
And we would just option music from the Cars. Rick Ocasek, anything the Cars would be what would use in that opening scene.
That's amazing.
All right. Jeff, do you have a slow-mo scene in mind?
Yeah, I think the best slow-mo scene would be there's that scene in the original Groundhog Day where Bill Murray is standing in the street and Steven Tobolowsky keeps showing up and he's like, "Hey, what?" Like, he keeps introducing himself as
Phil?
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, so it'd be that scene, except in in the slowest motion where he like realizes Steven Tobolowsky or whoever it is we've recast is coming up again, and that realization is dawning on him, and he slowly turns, and you can see Steven Tobolowsky walking slowly towards you, and then maybe we have some kind of like, I don't know, like "Goodbye Ruby Tuesday" by the Rolling Stones playing on in the background, kind of thing.
Holy shit! I love this.
Yeah,
I like it.
as he's realizing that he's living the same day over and over and over again. Yeah.
All right. Before I got one more question, but I know Jeff has a question or a few questions as well. And I'll let you guys chime in. So I'll give you time. I'll give you my question. Give you time to answer while we go over some of the stuff. The Zack Snyder movies are very well known for having like one specific line where it's like, that's what people remember, right? Like this is Sparta, or like something like that.
Why did you
say that name?
Why did you say that name? Or like, like you're not trapped in here with me. I mean, I'm not trapped in here with you, or what, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a specific
Do you
line?
bleed?
Yeah, exactly. Like, do you guys have a line for your film that's what we're gonna make the T-shirts? Looks like Clay's ready.
Yes.
I don't.
Nobody move. My name is Nixon. I'm a tax collector.
All right.
I think mine is because I just keep defaulting to Indiana Jones. Mine's going to be I hate snakes.
How about whip it real good?
How about what?
Whip it real good.
Whip it real good. That's good too.
That Devo. It would
yeah,
just be
Devo,
a Devo soundtrack.
But a cover slow
like
down.
a Jordan Peele slow down.
Yeah,
Devo
exactly.
Cover of Whip It.
Yep.
Okay, I like it. I like the synergy here, guys. This is
this
very
is
good. This is very good. Jeff, did you have something? If not, we can go to your question and then come back to that quote.
I don't really have it. I think it would be cool if if at the end of each day he says, "Here we go again," or maybe at the beginning of each day or something like that. Like just one of those kind of like, "Here we go again."
Especially if it's Gerard Butler in the lead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for Jeff. What would be his wake up music on his radio every morning?
That's a good question.
Cyndi Lauper's "Time After Time."
Oh, that's perfect. I think perfect.
I was also thinking of in Moon Knight, like "Every Time I Wake Up," like the song from the trailer.
Yeah. Definitely an old repurposed song. I actually don't have that many. My questions, I guess, would be like, how long are your movies? Because this is an important Zack Snyder question.
Oh, excellent! You can give me the length of your movie, and then your director's cut.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I say 90 minutes because every movie should just be 90 minutes, and a director's cut should always be over 2 hours. It should be giving more than 30 minutes. It should be giving me so much cool shit that I'm willing to sit for another 30 minutes to an hour.
Got it.
I'm going to go with kind of in the same vein. It ends up being 90 minutes. That's because there is some oversight. But what comes out in the aftermath is that Zack Snyder planned a 6-film series around this pulp action. Only got to make the first one. There is a backlash online where they keep saying release the Snyder cut, and the Snyder cut ends up being 8 hours long. So yeah.
And we can put that out in 8 different parts. I like that.
Exactly.
One every month to keep those subscribers subscribed.
Right.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So we would see a Zack Snyder and the Crystal Skull film? That might make that film better.
It might.
My first Netflix approved Zack Snyder Groundhog's Day movie will be 3 hours and 48 minutes without credits. So that's, tag on the credits on top of that. And then his re-release will be 4 days and 12 hours.
Okay. We'll have to upgrade our servers. That's not gonna fit on a hard drive.
What do they know?
All right, Danny. Time is up. And it's time for you
Yeah,
to
you
choose
gotta
your
pick.
favorite.
I've been talking to the number crunchers, and we love to stay in the red here over at Netflix. So we're gonna greenlight all 3 projects from you guys. Congratulations, everyone!
Great
so yeah.
success.
Zack
Right.
Snyder is in business for the next decade.
Zack Snyder's name proved very well in the focus groups.
I think the wildest thing would be if Kevin Feige did come out and say, "Hey, we just got Zack Snyder. We're going to be doing a film," because everyone would be like, "What?"
That'd be hilarious.
Actually, what if Kevin Feige comes out and says, "We just got Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon, and we're going to turn it into a Star Wars."
We're gonna connect it. The skeleton crew lands on the Rebel Moon planet.
Right. Exactly.
Well, fantastic, guys. I loved all the pitches. I'm very excited for these.
If you're watching, leave your own pitch. Maybe Danny will.
Yeah, let us know what was your favorite pitch, or give us your own pitch in the comments. Let me know your favorite Zack Snyder film. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. You guys have a great rest of the show. Make sure to subscribe. We have a lot of fun stuff coming into the channel, including reviews for a lot of the full reviews for a lot of the comics that I talked about here. What is your favorite Zack Snyder movie? Or if you have a pitch, leave it in the comments. If you want to see Borderlands, let us know if it's as bad as people are saying. And yeah, we'll come back next week. I think we're thinking of doing a Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes show. So that might be what we do. We'll see. I'm very excited to talk about that. I think Furiosa is also coming to Max sometime this week, so we'll probably have to do a show about that. Maybe we'll do like one of these movies once a month, so to give everybody plenty of time to watch them.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Mad Max, Fury Road. Thanks to Leonard Kim. Thanks to Final Neil. Go check out Neil's channel, Crew Expendable, Aliens, everything you want about aliens. Thanks for the cheap viewers. Stay snacks. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We are out of here.
See ya.